Welcome to the Marketing Management's presentation for online digital identity. This presentation will include the importance and development of online digital identity, the current issues with online digital identity, and the security issues and how best to avoid them. This presentation will give you a deeper insight to digital identity. Digital identity is an online networked identity specific to a particular person, meaning each individual person has their own digital identity unique to them. Digital identity is made up of each website they're registered to, all the social media they have, web searches, emails, and many more. It is your digital footprints that make up your digital identity. The digital identity allows for assessment and authentication of a user with a business. It is important to control and maintain your digital identity for many reasons, including to control how people view you online, i.e. peers, family, employers, etc. The more professional you make your digital identity, the better impression you'll make with potential employers. It is also important to understand your digital identity, as it makes you more aware of what you're signing into, what information can be accessed by others, and how to make that information, and therefore yourself, as secure as possible. There are many issues associated with digital identity on the internet, of which will be discussed. The first problem is related to unreliability with the identification of users. This has means of concerns in a few different ways, including the fact that the machines do not have a way of identifying 100% who they are making out to be. Often sites use very poor identification management. The second issue is the inconvenience associated with registration and logins in particular, as people have to create strong, appropriate passwords that often require special characters, numbers, and capital letters, etc. Users also have to create multiple accounts to register, and nowadays sites require CAPTCHAs to register. CAPTCHAs are completely automated public Turing tests to tell computers and humans apart. The next issue is inconsistency, as different sites require different logins and registrations. There are more concerns, including impermanence, insecurity, propagation, and intrusion that can cause problems when using the internet. As everyone is aware, there are many worrying issues associated with the internet, some of which are avoidable and some that cannot be helped. A few of these issues include hacking, viruses, spyware, worms, phishing, spamming, and identity theft. These issues are best to be understood by the PC user if they are to be prevented. I will later discuss multiple different methods of preventing these security issues. Hacking occurs when people attempt to breach online security measures. They do this for a number of reasons, from having the intention of pointing out flaws in the system, to those who aim to make financial gains or to cause mischief. Viruses are programs which gain entry to people's computers. They tend to corrupt or destroy data and then send the virus onto another computer. Identity theft is arguably one of the worst problems, as it can ruin lives if it gets out of hand. Identity theft is a crime and gives them access to their personal data, such as name, date of birth, etc., which they steal off the owner. That fake identity can then go on to be used to commit crimes. Clearing their names or recovering money can be very difficult. However, there are ways to protect yourself from these threats. The first method of avoiding the previously stated threats would be to have a fully updated antivirus software. This antivirus software will detect, neutralize, or destroy any malicious software before it manages to gain access to the computer. Antivirus software also fights off against phishing, worms, and Trojan horses, and many more. Another method of avoiding the previous issues would be to ensure you have a fully operational firewall, which is a system created to prevent unauthorized internet users from gaining access to or from a private network connected to the internet. Also, ensuring you have a strong password makes the account less likely to be hacked into. making the account safer for the user. Also, by making sure the system is updated regularly, will ensure all bug fixes and security fixes are done. When using the internet, some websites are unsecure, as indicated by a padlock next to the URL. If this is checked before the page is used, it will again reduce the risks. Another method of avoiding these security issues would be to purchase and install a VPN software. This is a virtual private network, which is a service that allows you to access the web safely and privately. It does this by routing your connections through a server and hiding your online actions. The software encrypts your data before the internet server provider sees it. All of these actions, if done, will increase your security when using your PC and the internet. The development of your online digital identity is very important for many reasons. There are multiple ways of developing your online digital identity, including setting targets to reach towards. And in order to set these targets, you first need to assess your strengths and weaknesses. If your end goal is to make your digital identity more professional based, to attempt to find jobs, etc., to be successful in this, you should highlight your strengths to others. Another way of developing would be to carefully choose a platform in which the developments are to be made. The platform needs to be one in which you are fully comfortable with using in order to gain the most out of it. The third way to develop your online digital identity is to be persistent with what you're aiming to develop. If, for example, your goal is to find a job, persistence will show the employers that you are serious about this particular field of work. This persistence will include regularly posting and keeping everything up to date. Finally, you need to pay a lot of attention to your image and how you are being viewed. To ensure the best result, you should keep things professional and not disclose personal information. To conclude, it is very important for each individual to understand their digital identity, why it is important, and how to protect it. If everyone was to protect their digital identity properly, there would be less cases of identity theft, hacking, viruses, etc. This could potentially eliminate those people who do attempt to breach security measures. Also, if everyone was to understand their digital identity and why it was so important, people would then be able to go on and understand how to properly use the platforms they have to gain the most out of them, whether it be for professional or personal use. This could then lead to businesses becoming recognised and potential hobbies and interests becoming more popular.